Hello guys, this is Sharif. So I initially made a video about the awareness of drug abuse amongst the youths of Nigeria. So although the awareness of this drug addiction and abuse is not something that can be overemphasized, because some people will just term it as cliche. They will say, oh, it's something that we've had before. We've heard about it before, so it's prevalent. So a lot of people know about this. But seriously, it's not really known. Because one thing about Nigerians is that we easily forget things. So we easily ignore. We easily move on. So as a Nigerian fellow, a Nigerian citizen, no matter the age you are, everything is just like for fun. So we see everything like fun. Nothing is really overemphasized. It cannot be overemphasized when it comes to drug abuse and addiction. When it comes to this topic, not even only this topic, but I don't want to deviate from what I'm saying. So a lot of things in Nigeria today, we use it to catch cruise. So it will just come, everybody will just look at it as cruise. Nobody will just take it serious. When it comes, before you know, everybody moves on. That is the thing. Nobody's holding anything serious. We will hear today that a lot of people were beheaded, as in this one happened, like students were killed, like teachers were killed, banditry, kidnapping. As in the thing will make it to the news today. It will make it to the news with so many people like posting about the thing as in on their status. But just give it 3 days, everything is off. That is one thing about Nigeria. It's not a random topic. Everybody has been talking about this. No, that is the problem of we the Nigerians today, the youths. That is what we are facing. We easily move on. So when it comes, we just well, it's not really new, or it's not my person. It's not happening to my person. So everybody will just move ahead. They will not want to talk about it. That's the problem we are facing. So if you see anything happening today, no matter how it is, so it's just like a normal thing. So we don't take anything serious in Nigeria. So that is it. And this topic cannot be overemphasized. Just like how some people might feel like, oh, it's been talked about before, so we cannot just be listening to this. So that's the problem we are facing. And in this video, I will be talking about, like I said, I will be giving the reference from a book. So the name of the book is called The Enemy Called Juvenile Delinquency and Drug Abuse. So this book is actually by Professor Abdul Mumuni Momo. So he's a doctor he's a professor in Nsukka University in the Department of Pharmaceutics. So this man actually has 850 citations, and his publications are over 75. So he has published a lot of books. The experience I've had with people with coping with this. So I will start by defining the meaning of drug abuse and drug addiction. Then from there we go to the causes of drug addiction and abuse. Then after that we go to the type of drugs, and also how to prevent things like this from happening. So it's very it's a complex kind of topic. It's a complex kind of discussion. So it can't be stated in a go, like I said previously. So the drug addiction, the definition of drug addiction and drug abuse, these are two different things. Yeah, they are two different things. So a lot of people think okay, drug abuse and drug addiction, so they are kind of like the same thing. A lot of people think like this. Even you yourself, if you're watching, possibly you might be thinking that, oh, I don't think that way, but a lot of people think that way. So when it comes to drug addiction is when somebody is psychologically dependent on drugs when your body cannot do without these drugs. You're taking drugs and it's just like this is the way forward. There is nothing taking you apart from this drug. So it's like you're married to the drugs. When you're married to drugs, illicit substances, that is a big problem. When you're married to this. So drug addiction is just like somebody psychologically dependent, bodily dependent on drugs. So I will be stating from this book, and the rest will actually just be from myself. I might not be maybe stating from other places. So a drug addict is not really, is a disease. Is a disease. Drug addiction is a disease. And this disease is actually characterized by the compulsive engagement of illicit substances. So the compulsive engagement of rewarding stimuli that cannot be stopped, despite knowing the adverse consequences of things like this. You know the consequences, you know that, oh, something like this will get me into deep shit, but you cannot stop because you've started. That is a drug addict. And seriously, the reason of this is very, very deep, because a lot of people think that, why is this person taking drugs? Why is he into drugs? As in, he's taking drugs. Why can't he stop? It's not really easy to stop when you are actually down the abyss of this. You cannot stop. It's not really easy. It's not easy stopping. Sorry, as in, I'm just defining addiction. The euphoria of this is not something that can be stopped. It cannot be stopped easily. So, but there are procedures that can make the person stop. And this person, the victim in this case, has to be determined. He or she has to be determined to stop. You need to know where you're coming from, and you need to know where you're going before you can say, okay, I want to stop. You need to keep motivation aside, and you have to be principled and disciplined. So it's not really easy when it comes to stopping, because a lot of people, they are being taken to the rehabilitation center today without them giving the consent. Maybe they are getting mad and there are people who see them getting mad, so they take them to the rehabilitation center. Maybe they are locked over there, and what will be in their mind is that when I come back, man, I will deal with these people that took me to this place. That is, if they cannot regain the sanity over there. What will be in their mind coming back is just pure revenge. I've seen several situations like that. Pure revenge will just be in their mind coming back. So an addiction is like, a lot of people can be addicted to several things. So you can be addicted to masturbation, addicted to drug abuse, addicted to several things. So it's the addiction and the complexity is not something that's, as in, it is very, very wild. The complexity of it is very, very wild. So, but we are talking about drug abuse, the drug abuse and addiction. Today we are talking about majorly the addiction part of it. So, despite knowing the adverse consequences of this, you choosing to be like, okay, man, regardless, anyhow we be, all of us go still die. When you see an addict today, a typical addict, when you ask the addict, man, why are you taking this? The first thing he tells you is that all die and die. All die and die. No matter how we be, bro, you go die. You go die. No matter how we be, you go die. So if now this one go kill me, it better like that. Make this one kill me. Now wait till they go tell you that. Make this one kill me. If this one go kill me, if now this one go kill me, it better. That is what an addict will tell you. Somebody that is psychologically dependent on this, he cannot function without this dopamine and euphoria when it's secreted in his brain, as in after taking drugs. He cannot function again. He feels like, okay, man, this is where the happiness is. This is where the joy is. When you see a typical addict, you see a typical addict, you have to be scared. And this is the reason, this is the more reason the community in every, maybe as in all local governments, I will actually urge, they should have a good centers when it comes to this, maybe NGO or something. They are not really taking this thing serious. Possibly the NGOs, they might be trying, putting flyers everywhere about this awareness, but it's not really enough. It cannot be overemphasized. A lot of people call it cliche. Oh, it's prevalent, like everywhere, everybody's talking about this, but it cannot be overemphasized when it comes to addiction. Have you ever seen somebody like cannot do without ejaculation, masturbation? You see somebody as in just masturbating is just his way. It can be related with this drug addiction and illicit consumption of illicit substances. It can be related. When you see somebody that cannot do without masturbation, it is just as if his whole life is dependent on this. He cannot do without it. That is how drugs to the system is. Because of this euphoria, that sweet feeling, that rewarding, that brain rewarding stimuli, you see a lot of people, they cannot just go from this path because it's sweet. It's sweet. When you're actually in that feeling, it's very, very sweet. And nothing anybody will say to you that will make you feel like, you will see the person like your enemy of progress. You will call the person a stinking Jew. Yes, he will be a stinking Jew. And you will start thinking that, how is this person functioning without going through what I'm going through? Yeah, you see the person like a stinking Jew. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's just wasting his life. You see somebody not into drugs, you will be looking at this person that, Kai, man, you're not getting that happiness. You're not getting that thrill in life. And life is small. You will become a motivation to yourself. You will be motivating yourself that yes, in fact, other people, they are going through trash. Like, they are not enjoying life. What is life? Life is just we are just here to enjoy ourselves. We only live once. Life is for rent. You will become a motivational speaker to yourself. You will be advising yourself that, oh, this is the last time. Well, if I want to go, if the person is actually determined, or if this person knows where it's coming from, he will be advising himself at the opposite side. Then later he will give himself that joy again. That Kai, man, we only live once now. We only live once. So as in, fuck it. Anyhow with it. Sorry for saying that. Anyhow with this. So as in, I will die in this part. That is how they feel. Something definitely will kill a man. That is how they feel. That is how they feel. The reason I'm actually saying this is very, very deep. The reason is deep. A lot of people might see me today and saying this is because, well, I won't really say some things I'm about saying just now, but I really hope that sending this message, maybe those into that path, they will definitely gain that liberation when it comes. Think about their life. It's not something that is easy to stop. It's like masturbation. Chronic masturbator. Even anywhere he does it, you see somebody into masturbation, anywhere he does it, anywhere he goes to, he does it. Anywhere he goes to, he does it. Even in the conference, in the meeting, any washroom, even sometimes, even with people, they do it. They masturbate with people. And nobody will know what they are doing. Because they have cream in their pockets that they can just choke, fix their hands into and get it. Start rubbing their penis. So this is just like drug addiction. It's going through the same path. Somebody is suffering from masturbation. We will tell you that he cannot stop, regardless. He can even be with his girlfriend, be with his wife, with his family, and he will be feeling like, I know the one I will get myself in the washroom, the soapy I will get. in the washroom myself is far better. Because this person will start thinking about different things. What the wife doesn't have, what the girlfriend doesn't have. And he will use it to fuck himself. Use it to fuck himself or herself. This is what happens. That's euphoria. You can actually have this dream in your own world and do whatever you like. You will see some people, how this thing is the consequences of this thing cannot be overemphasized. I am just talking about addiction now in this video. Like I said, as in it's very broad, and the complexity is not something it cannot be stated just like that. So it has to go with several parts and topics. So when you see somebody like this in this masturbation part, it can be related to drug addiction. Because that empathy is not there anymore. A drug addict doesn't have empathy. No feelings. Psychosis. Hallucination. Only just how to be in that mood. That is the thing. By then the brain is actually dependent on this. And when you spike chemicals like that into your brain, what the brain does is that the brain will leave the chemical to work itself. Yeah, the brain will leave the chemical that you spiked into your system to work itself by themselves. You see somebody taking Rochi today, this one will take Refnol, this one will take Kolos, as in the same system. The same system. You will take marijuana, take this, take that, take ice, take rock. Although statistics has actually proven that the ones that are very prevalent in the community in Nigeria today, that is very reachable, is cannabis, marijuana. So that one is very is prevalent, is everywhere. Anywhere you go to, you can get it. And the thing about drug addicts is that they have Wi-Fi. They have personal Wi-Fi in them. They can spot themselves. A drug addict can be here today. Just give the person, he's new to this community. He's very new to this community. He doesn't know anybody here. Just give him 2 days. He will know all the joints and the dealers around. He will know everybody selling around. He will know the whole dealers around. They have personal Wi-Fi inside them. So they smell them. Cadabra dogs, they smell them around. Anywhere where they go, they smell their colleague. They smell their colleague. So cannabis is just I think is very prevalent. 14% of Nigerians are actually consuming this, according to statistics. So 14%, they are consuming this. They are into it. Then the rest go to crack cocaine, and cocaine itself, the powder form. Those ones are actually 1.4%, according to what this book stated. 1.4%, because those ones are expensive. So it's not for people without money. That is the powdered form of cocaine. And there are a lot of derivatives from this cocaine, and also derivatives from the marijuana. So the derivative of this cocaine, you can see the crack cocaine. So that one is actually it has been reformed into the solid form, not more the powder form, not more the snorted form. And this one can be boiled in the pots, smoking pots. So when it comes to addiction is something that cannot be overemphasized. It cannot be overemphasized. So in the other parts of the video, I will be talking about drug abuse, and we'll boil down into other topics about this. So I remain your boy, At Rise with Sharif. So just try to subscribe to this channel and get more videos. You will see I will explain everything and break it down. I will be breaking everything down, and also how to prevent this, how to stop this. And if you're an addict, I will also be stating what you can do to mitigate this thing. It's not really easy to stop, but there are some procedures. If you don't even have money, there are some procedures that you can take at least just to stop this. Because a lot of people will tell you today, oh, I don't have money to go to a rehabilitation center, so how will I do, or something like this. So I will try my possible best. Even from the book, I will state from the book, and also some things that I know myself, as in from people. Some people have asked questions how they did this, so I will be stating all those. So subscribe at Rise with Sharif on YouTube. I will appreciate that. Thanks very much, and expect the next videos. Thanks. Bye.